My dears, what's up and welcome back to the channel. I assume this view is not new for this channel. We have been here a couple of times. Yes, you are right. If you thought that we are at the gardens of the Belvedere Palace in the center of Vienna, which actually is not the center of Vienna, but we're in Vienna. Yes, you're right. Yes, it's the Belvedere Palace. Beautiful day. Now summer is coming. Finally, the rain is kind of, going away so we can again go out with shorts, enjoy the sun. It's still windy, but now the motivation to go walk around the city, have a coffee out, have dinner out, out. Finally, those days are here again. So yeah, we know that Vienna is full of palaces everywhere you look around. Palaces, buildings, the majestic royalty vibe around the city. But today we are not here to talk about palaces exactly. There is something a little bit more specific for this video. By the way, if you are new to the channel, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Daniel. I'm Colombian. I've been in Europe for the last 12 years now, living in Vienna, and I love to explore. Basically, I just want to share with you a little bit of my experience, walking around, whatever I see, you see, whatever I eat, you eat through the screen. But yeah, we're gonna share some content here. So my dears, for everyone watching, welcome back to the channel. So yeah, to my back, the Belvedere Palace, such an icon from Vienna, such an icon from the history of the royal families in Vienna and all that. But here we are just passing by. In Vienna, there is such great architecture, beautiful buildings, palaces, castles, all that. So let's go to the point. What we are doing today is I'm gonna show you my top 5 most beautiful buildings in the city of Vienna. Some of those are going to surprise you. So let's go. Actually, I'm not gonna say that I'm an expert in architecture and structures, but I'm one of those who just, I'm walking around the city, I see something and I do appreciate the detail. Some things, they have that detail that you say like, how did they do that? How did they build that? And those are the things that I'm gonna show you. In case you wonder, can you enter to the palace of the Belvedere? Yes, and there is a museum, there is an art gallery where you will find famous paintings like the paintings from Gustav Klimt, mainly the Kiss, this one. But yeah, I would always recommend you just, walk around. It's for free, enjoy the sun. Yeah, if you want to see the bedroom where, the princess used to sleep in, fine. That's not for me. So I guess you understand what this is. In the main center, like in the first district, you cannot ride your bike. So you better find one of those lockers and just park and lock your bike. Yep, I have no idea what's going on, but today is particularly crowded, absolutely crowded. I don't know if it's because of the sun, but I also see a lot of tourists. And I don't know if this is this high season already? It is not, right? Obviously, as in any other city around the world, the first district is where you have all the brands, these mega imponent, luxurious buildings and all that. But more than that, there are 2 structures that I do really appreciate. And we are going to do a top 5, like in order, from the 5th to the 1st. The first being the most beautiful building in my humble consideration. So right now we are literally in the most center place in the city of Vienna. This is right in the intersection between Körnerstraße and Grabenstraße. This is literally where the shops are. And right in the center, obviously, we have the main square with the cathedral. So my top 5 is going to be the Cathedral of Vienna, the San Stefan Cathedral, or Stephansdom, as they call it here. I'm not religious, but I do appreciate this place. Check it out. So as I said, I'm far from being religious, but we have to appreciate this. This is such a lovely structure and there is a lot of history behind. I love it. So this would be my top 5. So we open this ranking with this. Number 5 in my list, the Cathedral of San Esteban in Stefanplatz, center of Vienna. And funny thing, just a couple of meters away, literally 1 minute away, is my top 4. And this one, hopefully, is going to surprise you. And I'm saying this because I understand the cathedral, it has to be imponent, right? It has to be like extra. And everywhere you go, cathedrals are majestic somehow. But the following building, yeah, that might be a little bit different. So let's go with the following one. 4, number 4. I guess you all know H&M, right? H&M. I guess all of you, probably, you have bought a couple of shirts, any, I don't know, jeans, whatever in H&M. You know it. The difference is, here in Vienna, the building of the H&M shop here in the main district is ridiculous. It's either the most or one of the most luxurious buildings just to be an H&M. And it's literally this one. Check it out. Let's check from the inside. Nice. Dankeschön. That's funny. But I don't know what you would think, but this is just luxurious. This is just, I don't know, unique. H&M. Hey, how much you have to pay to just put your brand here, like your shop? Ridiculous. Anyway. So there we go. We keep advancing. So number 5, the Cathedral of Vienna, beautiful structure. It's a beautiful building. Number 4, the building of the H&M shop in the center of Vienna. This is ridiculous to be an H&M. That's crazy. Now I'm gonna move a little bit out of the center, and also I'm happy about that because it's so crowded. And I'm gonna go grab my bike, and we're gonna continue to our next 3 locations. So this is not the location yet, but I had to make one stop. Look at this. And right here, there are 2 buildings. There are 2 structures that I really love. I really think that they are just majestic, beautiful. One is this one, because they are in either side. One is this one, the other one is this one. Look at that. They are such beautiful buildings. And this one, I'm not sure, but I know for sure that this one is the Museum of Natural History of Vienna. Natural History Museum. Beautiful if you want to see, like, you know, skeletons of mammoths and, you know, stuff from different cultures. Yeah, you know. So these are not in my top 5, but still, I'm gonna give them a bonus, an extra, an award, like an extra award. If there was a 6th place in my ranking, these buildings will be there. These structures are just beautiful here in Maria Theresienplatz. Nice. So we stop the break and we continue to our next real location. Location number 3. My dears, we have just arrived to our next location, position number 3, and one of the most beautiful buildings that you might see around the city of Vienna. So come with me, let me properly introduce you. So, my dears, let me properly introduce you to the Parliament of Vienna. This building is just gorgeous. Look at that. Because it has the, I don't know, it has the vibes of Greece, you know, like Athens. And obviously, as you may see, this is Athena, you know, representing the justice, you know, obviously the Parliament, the Palace of Justice. But this building, the aura of this building is just gorgeous. Let's check it out. So I guess you agree with me and you understand why this building has to be in my ranking. It's just gorgeous. Funny thing, I don't think this represents like the structure and architecture of Central Europe or Vienna, but still it's a beautiful building. Obviously, it gives me more vibes of Greece and properly Athens, and obviously that's why it's related somehow. That's what they want to represent. But still, to find this type of buildings in a city like this just gives like an extra touch. Beautiful. What impresses me the most is the level of detail. Everything has amazing detail in all the structures, all the pillars, all the fountains. It's just gorgeous. And by the way, you can go inside. It is for free. Probably there are some parts of the parliament that you cannot have access to because they are the proper places where all the chairmen and senators and all these people gather and, you know, make decisions about this country. But at least in the main general rooms, yes, you can stroll around, you can walk around, and yes, it is for free. You just go inside. Yeah, they have a little like general checkup. They check up your backpack and stuff like that. But yeah, and also inside, because I've been there before, there is like an interactive room. You can learn a little bit about the parliament. You can learn a little bit about the history. Even there is a place for kids where kids can interact with a couple of like screens, you know, to learn a little bit about the history of the parliament, what the parliament is for, etc., etc. It's worth the visit if you pass by the city of Vienna. I think it's time to leave. Sometimes I feel that I have like a magnet. You know what I mean? I feel like a magnet. That's my manifestation. I want to be a magnet. Wherever I go, people just follow. Joking, joking. I love you. Subscribe. Now, very close to the parliament, we have our second destination, position number 2, top 2 of what for me are the best and most beautiful buildings in the city of Vienna. I'm telling you, I'm a magnet. I'm a magnet. It's like I still cannot decide between number 2 and number 1. I really don't know which one is the first one. I'm gonna try to pick the right one, but I'm gonna follow my heart instead of my brain. Yeah, hard decision. And well, here we are. Position number 2 for one of the most stunning, gorgeous buildings that I've seen in the city of Vienna is this one. Oh my gosh. My dears, let me introduce you the Rathaus. In English, you might call it the town hall. In Spanish, you might call it el ayuntamiento. And obviously, as you can imagine, this place around here is used for like many different reasons. In winter, this is a huge Christmas market. Also, this is an ice ring. You can like ice skate all around. In Easter, in any event in the year, obviously something is going on here. Like right now, there is a concert or something. The stage is ready. But again, what is it that I see? The detail. The detail. I feel like there was so much work and detail of men constructing these structures that I appreciate this. This is not just a wall, like bricks and wall. No. This is art. I don't think there is much to say. The building speaks by itself, and I'm just making publicity of the beautiful architecture of this city, so I do think that I should receive my permanent residence like now. Funny thing, same as the parliament gives me the vibes, obviously, for obvious reason, gives me the vibes of Athens in Greece. This building right here, Rathaus, gives me a very German type of vibe. Gives me, but not just specifically south of Germany, like Bavaria, like Munich. It's very like Munich-ish type of structure. Days with the sun is just a pleasure to walk around these forestry gardens, you know, trying to find shadow under the trees. Beautiful. Actually, I'm going this way. All right, very soon we're going to be reaching the culmination of this video with my top one, what I consider the most beautiful building in Vienna, and somehow I think it's going to surprise you. So it is a church, okay? It is a church. It is not a palace. It is not a castle. As far as I know, it's nothing about, you know, like the royal family is nothing about that. It's a church. But the controversial thing about this is that I consider that this church should be the cathedral. Well, maybe that's a bold statement. I just think it's a beautiful church. It's an amazing church that deserves number one. It's just gorgeous building. Okay, I'm sorry, calm down, I'm sorry. I know that saying that this church is more beautiful than the cathedral itself is a very hard statement, I understand. Let's just say, I'm gonna re-say this, rephrase this. It's just an amazing church and probably the most beautiful church in Vienna. Simple as that. Church pays tribute to what I'm preaching, which is the level of detail. The level of detail is just incredible, unbelievable. I love it. So my dears, I don't know if you see the same I see, but I just pay attention to the detail. And the detail of this church is just amazing. By the way, I haven't mentioned the name. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you. Votive Church, or this is the Votive Church. It's just gorgeous. And again, let's go with the vibes. I don't know, but this structure here, like this little, I don't know, not little, this circle, this window, whatever that is, that gives me the vibes of Notre Dame. Notre Dame in Paris. Don't you, look, don't you think it looks kind of similar from the bottom? Nice. So I cannot promise if this church is open, but we're gonna try so we can see it from the inside to see if it makes justice to the outside, because the outside is gorgeous. It seems to me that it's open, so let's go inside. So, welcome to the Votive Church. Again, there is not much to say. Beautiful building. Maybe the outside is kind of nicer than the inside. The inside is a proper church, but from the outside, this is just gorgeous. Yeah, I know that everyone has a different top 5, but I think mine is nice. Come on, these buildings that I just showed you, are just gorgeous. And if you ever come to the city of Vienna, it would be worth to visit them. Take a picture, check them out. They're just really, 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 really nice. Yes, I do love walking. I love walking around, but it's a little bit boring to come back for my bike. Anyway, let's go get my bike. My dears, here we are again, the Parliament to my back and the beautiful Athena as my witness. We want to say thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe, to like, to comment. That's gonna help me a lot. What am I going to do now? Enjoy the weather. Such a beautiful weather. I have my bike here, so I'm just gonna ride around, enjoy the weather, the city, maybe a drink or some snack. I'm hungry now. I hope you all have a beautiful day and nothing. Share the channel. Keep in touch. See you very soon. Bye-bye.